Hello everybody, thank you for watching our videos, and in our previous parts I showed you Panama City, and we were driving from Panama City to Linton Bay Marina. You saw what it looks like, and today we will talk about Linton Bay Marina. We mentioned already that it is a unique place, and you will see why we say like that. And you know, we went to many different marinas in the United States, in British Virgin Island, but I did not expect that this place will be completely different than others, and it is really different. We did not know where Graham and Wanda docked, and so Ben went to the office to ask where their boat is, and I was just filming around and looking what is there. There are docks, like I mentioned already. You can moor, you can anchor, of course, and there is a small place for dinghies. From if you moor or anchor, you can come to this place to visit a few stores. I will show you them later, or this restaurant. And Ben is coming. Okay, it is our boat.
It was at this point that we got our first glimpse of the actual boat that we would be on for the next 10 days. And the boat was in fact a beast. It was a 1990 Westerly Ocean Master, 48 feet long. Westerly was a British boat maker, no longer in business, but they built some very strong ocean-going boats. And this Westerly Ocean Master 48 was the boat that we would be on for the next 10 days. Very strong boat, cutter rigged, and which meant that it had 3 sails, and with very heavy oversized winches, very heavily rigged, just a really strong boat that had already crossed oceans and will cross oceans more in the future.
I mentioned already in my previous videos that we like in the marinas, we like walk around and just look at boats, and look at this boat, this catamaran. It is a monster.
Maybe there are many of these things in the world, but none of us in my group or in our group had ever seen a boat like this. This catamaran had 2 side-by-side masts. I never saw a boat with 2 side-by-side masts before. Wonder how it sails. Would be interesting to know, but we didn't have a chance to find out while we were there.
And in this video I will show you stores, restaurants, and of course every marina has an office, and we used to the office is just for checking in or checking out, but this office was unusual as well.
The office even was an interesting place to go and visit, because the problems that people went in to speak to the office staff about not only ranged from where's my slip, where am I supposed to dock my boat, but also when does the immigration guy come by, and can you help me call my consulate in Panama City so I can try to get a visa for either Panama or Colombia or whatever it might be. So again, just a really interesting place with an unusual set of people and an unusual set of problems. Linton Bay, Panama, in the Linton Bay Marina, which is located there, was our destination, the place where we were going to get on the boat that we would be on for the next 10 days. Linton Bay and Linton Bay Marina is a very interesting place. It's located on the Caribbean side of Panama, It's very isolated in the jungle with one very narrow road that gets to it, as you saw, which we traveled on. And it has a really peculiar population and place in the world. It is a gathering place for sailboats, almost exclusively sailboats, who have either come through the Panama Canal or who are planning on going through the Panama Canal, or who are just hiding from hurricane season in Panama, which is not included in the hurricane area of the Caribbean, and so is a safe place for insurance purposes. The result of all this is a collection of very unusual people from all over the world on all kinds of boats, some of whom need repairs on their boats, and so a boatyard in Marina, very inexpensive boatyard in Marina, has developed there where these people make a stop, get their boat worked on and repaired, and prepare for the next leg of their journey, whatever that might be. There are people there who repair sails. There are hauled-out services to take your boat in and out of the water. There are people who repair fiberglass. There are diesel mechanics. There are boat electricians available there. Anyone you might need to work on your boat. So what you find when you go to the Linton Bay Marina is this odd collection of people. For example, the day after we arrived, I think it was, there was a marina yard sale where a collection of people from all over the world sold used anchors and winches and whatever else you might think of from a boat to a bunch of people from all over the world who were looking and interested in buying. We ran into some 20-something-year-old kids on a small boat who were taking a boat across the Atlantic Ocean and were getting ready to leave. We ran into a couple on a catamaran who were down there from San Diego and had come through the canal. We ran into some French people at the yard sale. In other words, just literally people from all over the world gather there.
Hold on, stop.
By the way, it was interesting to watch how they take boat out from the water and put it in the they take it in the proper place for repairs. And in a few hours we watched people started working on this boat. They don't waste time. They need to do everything really fast.
Where is this?
Washington, D.C., isn't it?
And
No,
for
no,
me,
in Delaware.
it was interesting
From
again to
Delaware.
go in the boatyard and look at
From Denver,
where boats
Colorado.
are from.
How did they sail from Denver, Colorado?
If you look around the boatyard, you can see boats from London, England, from, of course, many boats from the United States, but literally from everywhere in the world because of its proximity to the canal, where this place actually is, and the fact that it is a cheap place to stay. I think that the Marina slip was only $35 a day, and so a space in the boatyard to work on your boat would be correspondingly less than that. You can live on your boat while you work on it. Many people do. They have electricity that you can plug into. Probably not water, but there are showers and restrooms. You can live on your boat and you can work on it, which many people do.
The name of that boat is Graceland. Graceland is the name of Elvis Presley's house.
Interesting. And
You've been there.
Yes, and Elvis Presley never had been on this boat.
No, you've never been to Linton Bay either. Unless this is where he's hiding for those people that think, well, some people have always thought that Elvis was still alive. Maybe he's living on that boat.
Maybe. Hey, Elvis. Apparently there's another boat.
If you follow YouTube's sailing channels, you can also see some of those people in Linton Bay as well, including one of the more successful, prominent channels with, I think, a couple of 100,000 subscribers called Parley Revival. A guy and his crew and friends who are working on a catamaran and we're getting ready to cross the Pacific to get back to Australia. That's him there with the motorcycle and the dog that I'm talking to. Since French Polynesia is closing down, I don't know if their plans have changed, but at any rate, the channel is called Parley Revival. It's one of the more entertaining channels on YouTube.
And you will be on our video.
Sorry?
You will be on our video.
What's your channel name?
Zina Jones.
Zena Joes.
Jones.
Hi everyone on Zena Joes.
And he does a lot of instructional videos on how to work with fiberglass or how to repair a particular system on the boat, so forth and so on. So you can run into a lot of those kind of people in this really interesting, varied place as well.
The restroom. It has a code. The restroom has a code.
Acceso correcto.
Hello. It's a nice restroom. Only no water. No water. Nice restroom, but
You have a shower, but no water.
I took a shower probably 2 hours ago.
My husband sent me to the shower, but no more.
A nice shower, nice looking bathroom and shower, but don't expect to have too much water here. So the water is sometimes there and very often just cold water. You can take cold shower.
As you would expect, the presence of the marina and people with money in the area has produced a collection of little stores and restaurants and so forth around the marina. One of them sells gasoline and sodas and cigarettes and I don't know what all, but we went there actually several times because it's convenient and prices were reasonable, and they had some things like cold drinks that we wanted very much in that hot weather.
And Active 91. Of course, you see the price for gasoline and diesel for 1 liter, not for gallon. For a gallon. And Ben showed me a fuel dock. It is a fuel in dock. Case if you need the fuel, you can come and okay, I see. I think we mentioned already that in Panama and here in Linton Bay Marina as well, everywhere, probably ice. If you go inside, you have to wear a mask. If you don't wear, they will remind you immediately that you need to put your mask on. No, you see, this little convenience store sells soda, beer, some kind of juice. And of course, like Ben said, if it is hot outside, you want to buy it. And they have some baking stuff even. And chips. And even chocolate, I think.
That first evening, we had dinner at the restaurant at the marina with our friends Graham and Wanda, whose boat we were going to be on for the next 10 days, and 2 other gentlemen who they were meeting for dinner that night who were their guests also. So the 6 of us had dinner at the marina restaurant there at the edge of the water where the kind of the marina meets all of the shops and all of the repair facilities and all those sorts of places. The restaurant actually does a pretty good business. They have a simple menu, but the food is really good. They basically had burgers and fries, and then they had a curry dish for those that didn't want burgers and fries. But the food turned out to be surprisingly good. I wound up eating there, or we wound up eating there about 3 times during this trip. So enjoyed the food quite a bit.
And in the marina, we like to walk around in the evening. No, of course, it is not me and Ben. Unfortunately, it is two kids from our neighbor's boat. But I think they were so cute. And you hear the music. I don't know, every or more, maybe only Saturday and Sunday, there was live music in the restaurant. And if you want, you can dance. And what is next? More about this beautiful and wonderful place, Linton Bay Marina, and we will show you another store, Jessica's store. It's a very nice store, don't miss it if you will be in the Linton Bay Marina. And very exciting event happened while we were there, the boat yard sale. And there is another restaurant, Nancy's restaurant. And I met a man from Russia during the boat yard sale. How? I will tell you. And we went to the store in the village not far from Linton Bay Marina. It is mini mart and hardware store. And don't miss our next video. Subscribe, and I hope you like it. And we will see you in 1 week.